What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Dating. I'm your host, Zakka. Let's go ahead and hop into today's episode. The first question that I was given this past week was, how do you help your significant other lose weight? And my response to them, I got asked that question, was like, in what scenario, what situation? Because there's two ways you can go about this. If your significant other doesn't want to lose weight, and you feel they are overweight, whatever the case may be, don't do that. Don't say, hey, you need to lose weight. Do not get on about that, because they're going to start to resent you. They don't want to lose weight. They're content and happy with themselves. Then you need to be happy for them. Don't bring up health issues. Well, if you don't lose weight, you're going to get health issues. No, that's not going to happen. Weight loss comes from the person who wants to lose it. It comes from that person. And it has to be from their motivation, whether it may be internal motivation or external motivation. It has to be from them. So you can't bring up, well, health reasons, and if that person's happy with themselves, don't bother them. Leave them alone. Now, the second side of that is, okay, my significant other came for me for how to lose weight. I don't know how to really support them. Anytime I ask, like, well, did you go work out today? Did you go on a walk? They kind of snap back. How do I, help them lose weight if they come to me about this? And my response to that was, okay, are they complaining to you about it every day? Or are they just, hey, I just want to talk to you about this and get it off my chest? There's two different versions of this. They're complaining to you about it every day, and they do not want to take advice or anything. They just want to get off their chest. All right, just listen to it, hear them out. Like, okay, because they probably know what they need to do. They know what they need to do, but they just haven't got to it, don't feel like they got the time to do it, where the case may be. If they come to you and say, hey, no, I want to get it off my chest, but I also want to get one advice, then you can pitch in and say, hey, let's go take a walk today. Let's go to the park. Let's go do something that's not just a box gym. You can lose weight instead of just going to a box gym every day, like a Planet Fitness or a Genesis. You can go to the park for a walk. You can go on a run. You can go bike ride. You can go on a hike. I played sand volleyball to stay in shape. I do American Ninja Warrior to stay in shape. There's different things, rock climbing. So there's different things you can do. Chicken and pickle. Yeah, chicken and pickle, not pickle and chicken. And tennis. There's so many other things you can do that involves physical activity that doesn't require a box gym. And somebody comes to you and they're like, hey, I want to lose weight, and they're complaining about they can't do it, they don't have the time, but they want to do this goal. How about you suggest a date or suggest something where y'all go and play a physical activity? Y'all go mini golfing, y'all go bike riding, you go skateboarding, you go rock climbing, you go do something that's not, tennis and chicken and pickle. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Volleyball, whatever the case may be, something that you can have physical activity in and hang out and have fun. Go for it. And may that open up somebody's eyes to, okay, well, I don't have to go work out, build a treadmill for 2 hours to lose weight, or go do bench press squats for 2 hours. That's a lot of time. But be in the gym for an hour and a half to lose weight. Like, if somebody comes with you for that, that would be the suggestion. And be supportive. If your significant other wants to lose weight and they're struggling, be supportive. Be the biggest cheerleader. Be right there and say, hey, I believe in you. I got this. If you need anything, we just need somebody to talk to, I got you. I'm here for you. And suggest things where you guys do a physical activity together. It can be a two-way thing. It doesn't have to be a lonely journey by themselves. It can be something where, like, hey, you want to go do a walk today? Let's go do a walk today. And hopefully it keeps them motivated enough where they're like, all right, my goal is this, and let's see, every week, me and my significant other go ice skating, or go regular skating, or go hiking 2 times out of the week, and I go by myself to a gym or do some other sporting physical activity thing. That's my response to somebody who wants to lose weight and a significant other's asking how to lose weight. If they're coming at you and actually want to genuinely learn how to lose weight and want to go on this weight loss journey, be there to support them. Maybe suggest some physical activity things we all can do together, but don't nag them about it. Don't be like, have you worked out today? Don't do that. Don't do that. Be supportive, be their cheerleader. They're going to be a tough time. Losing weight and a physical health journey is not easy. It's hard. So there will be times where they might waver and just be like, hey, I'm here to I got you. I'm right there if you need me to talk to you. You want to go do something, I got you. Like, there will be times where you be like, man, I'm not feel like I'm getting anywhere, but that support system can make a strong difference. But don't nag them about it. Don't like, oh well, this is why you're gonna get this is why you're gonna have that because you didn't work out today. Don't do that. Don't be toxic. Be supportive. Be the biggest cheerleader they have. Don't be the person that nags them about, well, you didn't work out today, no wonder why you gained 2 pounds. Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, that's my advice on somebody who wants a significant other to lose weight, or a significant other is having trouble losing weight and they're asking for help. That would be my advice. If they do not want to lose weight, do not bring up their weight, do not talk about it. They're content, happy with themselves. If they ask for help, be a supporter, cheerleader. Don't nag them about it and suggest things we can do together. The next thing I came across was a tweet, and this is from Abby_NB that brought like this conversation. It sparked a conversation with a lot of people I asked this about. Her question was, can you be in a relationship with someone you're not sexually attracted to? And my first response is no. You can't be in a relationship with somebody you're not sexually attracted to. Like, that would just make you a friend, or make you, when I say a friend, at the beginning it's a friendship. Like, you're not sexually attracted to that person. You might be physically attracted to like a girl, but if you're not sexually attracted to, like, or vice versa, a girl could be, physically attracted to a man, or whatever the case may be, where they're not just like, oh, he's an attractive person, she's an attractive woman, but I really don't have any sexual attraction. Like, no, you can't really start a friendship, start a relationship like off of that. That's a friendship. However, beginning a relationship, yes, there needs to be a sexual attraction. There needs to be a sexual attraction to kind of connect that relationship, because other than that, you're just friends. And over time, though, that sexual attraction will fade. To me, like, I think, 20 years down the line or 30 years down the line, that sexual attraction might not be as strong as it was, year one. That's fine, but commitment to one another keeps it going. But to start off a relationship, there needs to be some sexual attraction. That is my response to that. So, can you have a relationship with someone you're not sexually attracted to? At first, no. But if you're together and you guys stay together and it's been 30 years, 40 years down the line, that sexual attraction might fade away, but the commitment to one another keep you guys going. And for the most part, anytime I had a conversation with somebody about that question, everybody was like, no, like, you can't have sexual attraction. If you're not sexually attracted to somebody, why are you, talking to them? And there are people who are asexual who just sexual attraction doesn't connect, but they might find somebody else who's asexual where they're connected not just on sexual attraction, but other things. And I believe I had that right. Let me double check Google here. Asexual. Yeah, asexuality. Asexuality is a lack of sexual attraction to others, or low or absent interest in or desire for sexual activity. It may be considered a sexual orientation or lack thereof. It may also be categorized more widely to include broad spectrum of asexual sub-identities. So, as I mentioned, like, asexual, if somebody's asexual and they're like, I just don't have sexual attraction to people, they might have to find somebody else who's asexual who can also meet that, because they both know, like, hey, we're not really sexually attracted, but we want to be in a relationship with one another. We like the things we're into, the hobbies we're into. We find one person physically attracted, I'm just not sexually attracted. But and that's somebody who's asexual. If you're somebody who needs sexual attraction, has a not high sexual attraction, that's not the same thing, but needs sexual attraction, or wants sexual attraction, or might have high sex drive does play into that. Or not even high sex, have a sex drive, not even a high sex drive, just have a sex drive where you're like, I want to have sex. And you date somebody who's asexual, it might not be a good match. But you date somebody who's also like, has a sex drive and also like, hey, I want to have sex as well, then there you go, you guys are good. But for the most part, I would say no, you can't have a relationship with somebody who you're not sexually attracted to. It's not going to be a sort of good relationship. Can you be a relationship with somebody? It'd be more of a friendship. And then if you are with somebody you're sexually attracted to and you're in a relationship, just be mindful that over the years that it can taper off. And that's fine, but your commitment to one another should be what keeps you guys together after, year 30 or 40. So just be mindful of that. Okay, I was gonna react to two more TikTok episodes here, or TikTok. Did it consider a TikTok episode or TikTok thing? Oh, actually, this one was sent to me, and I kind of have one of her videos saved to watch and react to. So this is from Chiara King. She's a TikToker, and this was sent to me. She said, "Blind react to this. Is this considered cheating or not cheating?" And I want to go ahead and give it a blind react. So let's see what she says here. I want to pause at each moment too.
I want to see your blind reaction to whether you think something is cheating or not cheating. Let's go. Do you think it's cheating if your partner still has dating apps but doesn't actively use them?
That's not cheating. That's a red flag to me. If they're not using it, they just have the dating apps on their phone. One, how would I know that? They would have to tell me that they're not using date. Like they have to oh yeah, I set up Tinder, Bumble, with Hinge on my phone. Oh, okay. And she said she's significant other. So that means you're in a committed relationship at this point. I will almost assume that having that on your phone, you almost like you're a backup. It's a red flag, but I wouldn't consider it cheating. All right, here we go. Next thing.
Do you think it's cheating if your partner sleeps in the same bed as someone else but doesn't kiss them?
I need context on that. But no, I don't think it's cheating. I think it's also a red flag. They're sleeping in the same bed as somebody else. Like, what they got in a hotel room and they're on a trip and like everybody's like 4 people in a hotel room because they got a 2-bed hotel. So, all right, hey, we gotta double up. Like, I don't think that's cheating. Red flag, but not cheating.
Do you think it's cheating if your partner likes another person's bikini picture? Do you think it's cheating?
No, I don't. No, I don't even think that's a red flag. Okay, like somebody's bikini picture. Like it's the same thing if somebody like, well, what would a girl like a guy's suit picture or his shirt off picture? Okay, sure. If she's gonna put it this way, if she's gonna break up with me over a guy that she likes his picture because he had his shirt off, a bodybuilding picture, whatever the case may be, or a suit picture, business suit picture. If she's gonna break up with me over that, then our relationship wasn't strong enough at all. It was not built on anything. There's no foundation. So why would I get jealous over somebody, of my significant other liking somebody's picture on Instagram or Facebook? Like, come on now, that's not cheating. I don't consider it a red flag. Like you're liking social media, you're consuming entertainment.
If your partner goes out with someone else of the opposite sex, even though they're friends, but doesn't tell you about it?
That would be like a commitment thing. Like, once again, it's trust issues. I don't think that's cheating. If it doesn't tell you, why would it need to? Hey, I'm going. Like I would assume my partner would tell me, hey, I'm going out tonight with my friends. Okay. Like, I'll be my response, like, all right, cool, have fun. Like, I don't be like, who you with? Who you going with? Is it that guy from the bar last week? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be that person. I wouldn't be that person who is so, like, worried about who my significant other's going out with. I trust them. That's why I asked you to be my girlfriend in the first place. I trust you. So, going out to a bar, hanging out with somebody else of the opposite sex, and not tell me about it. If I'm like, hey, let's say we have a house together, and you're not back by, I know you're usually home at 7 p.m., but you're not. You're like, hey, what? I probably ask like, how's it going? Where you at? Got home, didn't see you. It's like, oh, I'm out with my friends. Okay, cool. Have fun. Like, I don't know, I feel like there would be communication before that happens, before you get to that point. Like, it wouldn't just be like, oh, I didn't know you was going out tonight.
Do you think it's cheating if your partner's texting someone else on Instagram?
What's the context behind the texting? Talking about business, talking about work, like, what's the context? Like some people use Instagram as a way of communication, like people use Snapchat, Facebook Messenger. I don't think it's cheating. No.
Do you think it's cheating if you found out your partner was flirting with someone else but nothing happened?
The flirting is a red flag. You're flirting with somebody else. Why? I will ask. Like, why are you flirting with somebody else? That's a red flag to me, not cheating.
Do you think it's cheating if your partner hides their phone from you and doesn't give you their password?
No. Red flag, but not cheating. Like, why are you hiding your phone from me? I'm not gonna look through your phone. I don't care. Why are you hiding? What are you being suspicious about your phone for? That's a red flag. That's a sign, but it's not cheating.
Do you think it's cheating if your partner follows another girl on Instagram when they went out on a night out?
No. That's a no, because once again, let's say you went out and you met somebody who's an artist and they do artwork. They follow that person. How's that cheating? On Instagram. Instagram. Like, how's that cheating? I don't think that's a red flag.
Last one, do you think it's cheating if your partner kissed someone on the lips, but it was just as a friend?
That one right there, I would say, yes, it's cheating. You're kissing somebody on the lips. You say just as friends, like, I don't like this. I guess I say like a lot on these relationship episodes because I always say I didn't take that out. I'm catching myself now. What would bother me in a situation is you're kissing somebody on the lips that you're in a significant relationship with somebody else. Like that right there would be cheating. What friends kiss each other on the lips? You can say, well, in other cultures they do this. This is coming from somebody in the Midwest of the United States, in Kansas City, Missouri. You can say, well, overseas they do that. Show me. I need proof. I'm not, that right there would be cheating. That's where I'll call the line on cheating. Like, there's no way you can tell me that we're in a committed relationship, you're going to kiss somebody else on the lips. Yeah. No. That's not flying. That would be cheating. That would be cheating for me. Yeah. And what do I consider cheating? Cheating is just any physical activity, or if there's emotional cheating too. But emotional cheating is harder to find. But any physical activity or any kind of value of trust, a break of trust. Any break of trust or physical activity with somebody else that you two committed to, that we're committed to each other, we're exclusive, we're not hooking up with anybody else, we're not going to flirt or flirt is a red flag, but we're not going to, actively pursue other people while we're talking to each other. That right there, when that bond is broken, where you're like, we're not in an open relationship, and you're like, hey, I kiss somebody else, I'm like, I'm out. I'm sorry. That's a break of that trust. So whatever you and your significant other put down as your guys' boundary for, this is our boundaries, what I expect, this is our relationship. If these boundaries are broken, then I'm out. If I'm gonna date somebody who's like, well, you can't follow somebody on Instagram, you can't follow somebody on social media, I'm not dealing with that. Like, that's just not me, because that's too much control. I want to be able to have a relationship where I'm free to be who I am, but also at the same time, I'm with my significant other, and she's free to do what she wants. Like, this sitting there monitoring somebody every 5 minutes is, one, exhausting, two, not healthy for either person. We're both grown adults. Why do I need to monitor what your social media is doing? That is too much work. And why would you care what somebody else like, well, my family might see this. Why do you care what your family and friends might think? You chose me. That's your option. Like, if you don't want that kind of person, then don't date that kind of person. You don't want somebody who's going to post on social media, then don't date that person. Don't date that person. Date somebody who's going to be recluse from social media. Find that person. They're out there. But if that's not you, then don't do it. Don't put yourself in it. But don't expect your significant other to follow the same things you follow just because you think it's right or you think it's wrong. That's not how the world works. We has to be some boundaries, have to be some agreements, and have to talk to each other about things. If you don't communicate, then how do you know what one person might think and what the other person feel about something? If I tell you right up front, like I post on social media, I post on Instagram, I post on Facebook, post on Snapchat, I post on Twitter, I post on TikTok. If you don't like any of that, then don't follow me. Don't date me. It's not going to work out because I will post. I like social media. I like keeping a notebook in my life. I like keeping a journal. So some of the stuff on here that she brought up that I would consider a red flag or not flags at all, or yeah, they're considered cheating. That last one is definitely a cheat. That's a cheat, 100,000%. All right, I got another Ciara King video, and this one actually came through my TikTok feed, and she said first date red flags you should know about. So let's see what she's talking about here.
Thought I'd give you a video of first date red flags. Honestly, nowadays, I am only expecting princess treatment. So here's some first date red flags for you guys to know about. Number 1, not confirming the date the night before or of the morning of. If he's leaving you with no information until literally the evening of the date, bin him. It means he's not that interested in you, or he just doesn't have time for you. First date, he should be grinding to get on that date with you and confirm. Red flag. Flag number 2, if he does
grinding to get on the date. Princess, okay, one, talk about some toxicity there. Princess treatment. Now, no knock to anybody who, consider yourself kings, queens, princesses. That's 100%. That's you. You feel how you want to feel. But sit there and be like, oh, you gotta treat me like a princess. You gotta treat me like a king. You gotta treat me like a prince. To me, that's almost like a red flag in a sense for me. I'm like, we're humans. We're not royalty. Let's humble ourselves just a little bit. Understand the mentality. You can have that mentality. You can act like your stuff don't stink. Have that 100,010%. Be your biggest cheerleader, but don't also expect somebody else to be like, hey, I run this place. Hey man, you're living, I don't know. It's like I can't think of like Stillwater, Oklahoma. No offense to anybody in Stillwater, Oklahoma, but like you're not the owner of an NFL team. You're not the president of the United States. You're not, the richest man in the world. You don't own Microsoft. You don't own Amazon. Calm down. Take a moment. Let's be humble here. But it is a red flag where somebody, you say, hey, I'm going to go on a date, and we confirmed, let's say a couple days out, we confirmed that we're going to meet next Wednesday at a brunch location. Cool. Checked it in, locked. Meet at 12, meet at noon. Check. And there's a time and place right there. I might reach out and say, hey, are we still good for the next day? Cool. If I'm talking to somebody and they go ghost on me a day before the date or something like that, or don't say anything or check in with me and I don't check in with them, and we have a conversation, our conversation just dies, I check in and say, hey, are we still good? I don't hear anything back. Yeah, that's a red flag. I wouldn't, if I didn't get a response back, I'm not going to go. You don't get a confirmation that, hey, we're still good for tomorrow, I'm not going to go. I'm calling off. I'm not going to waste my time because my time is precious. I could be doing something else. So I do give her, that's a red flag here. All right, number 2.
Pull out the chair for you to sit. I'm sorry, I'm really traditional. So if he doesn't pull out the chair for me to sit, it's a no. Flag number 3.
To pull out the chair to sit. I do this, but I didn't learn this till college. I learned this from my fraternity brothers. I don't know how many guys out here might know what that is, who might know to pull the chair out, gentleman thing. What ain't somebody who didn't teach them how to pull the chair out? If that's a red flag, you're out traditional. One, the traditional stuff, I've been listening to different podcasts that are really toxic, like Pearly Things and The Roommates, and there's some other else podcasts on there that I came across that they really just don't help the dating society. They don't try to add value. They add more like negative stuff and say like, oh, what we shouldn't do is men should this, men should this, men this, and women this, women that. It's like almost complaining versus like what you like, do what you want to do, follow things you want to do, what you're interested in, go for it. But do not put everybody else in this box and generalize everybody else because of your bad dating experience or your dating experience. Don't do that. Understand the world's big. The world has billions of people in here. Everybody has different walks of life. And with technology, we're getting more and more connected with each other. And you find a way to meet each other because of technology. So don't act like, well, all genders are this because of what your experiences are. If somebody didn't pull the chair open for her, pull the chair out for her who didn't know about that, as that's a gentleman thing to do, don't get mad at them. They probably wasn't raised in a way or they didn't know what the tips is. So to say like, oh, well, if he didn't do that, what? Why is that the thing you're looking for? How about like the things of how did he treat his friends? How did he treat his family? How did he go to his life? How did he look? How did he move throughout the day? Those things you want to be more mindful of versus, oh, he didn't pull the chair out for me. I'm out.
If he opens the door and walks before you, like he doesn't open the door for you, it's a no. This is the bare minimum for me. Before, if he...
I get that one. Hold the door. Be chivalry. Be chivalrous. Hold the door open for people. Don't be disrespectful. That's that one right there. I guess that's a red flag. That's a no for her. That's a deal breaker. No door opener. But yes, that one you should do. Try to get. I actually sometimes race in front of girls that open the door for the lady I'm with. So I 100% agree with that one.
Doesn't text you if you got home okay after the date. Like, what game are you trying to play? He hasn't texted me if I've gotten home okay. It's a no. Safety first, people. Especially if you're a gentleman, you will be texting that girl if she got home okay. Number 5, if they...
I never thought of it. I just text and say, let somebody, hey, I made it home. Hope you make it home. Get home safe. Just common courtesy. That's common courtesy. That's a deal breaker though for her. Just be nice. Just be a nice person. Just be a nice person.
Don't plan the date / if they wing the date, like winging it. Is that the amount of effort you're going to show me? No. Next red flag, if you're on a date and he's...
Winging the date. I think it's good to have a plan. Like, have the initial plan. Like, we're meeting at here. We're going here. If the date goes well, have a backup if you want to continue to another spot. But if you don't, if the date doesn't go well and you want to end the date, don't have a backup. But yeah, don't just be like, we're going to show up here and do this. I think it's cool to have some spontaneity in a date. Like, we meet up here for coffee. You meet up here for brunch. Hey, what are you doing after this? Oh, I'm free. We want to go to, the date's going off pretty well. Let's go here. Let's go to this thing. Let's go do something else. Let's move from one spot to another. I think it's good to move from spots to spots on a good date. But the guy should be mindful of that because he probably won't do the invite because she's not doing the invite. I can tell you 110% she's not going to be the one to pick like, hey, let's go here. Let's go here. She's not going to do that. She is going to expect the guy to do every little thing. If she's been that picky on you, man, I don't think she's the one for you. Let's see what her next thing is.
To staff. At this point, I would be walking out the date. And not getting paid enough to be taking your shit. I'm sorry, but it's true. Another big red flag. If
rude to staff, anybody, guy or girls rude to staff, that's not cool. Not cool at all. That's a deal breaker for me. Okay, person's working there. Who are you? You're not, once again, the world doesn't revolve around you. There are other people out there. All right, final tip here, a final thing that she gives advice on.
They don't ask you any question. It means they're just not that interested in you. They don't care about who you are and what you're doing. If a guy's really interested in you, they're going to want to know all about you. So if they're not asking you questions, it's a no. The date is there so that you can get to know each other. And if he doesn't want to know anything about you, say goodbye. Let me know if you want more first date red flags. Thought I'd give you a video.
Yeah, that last one. Not asking questions for guy and girl. Somebody's not asking you questions. Somebody's not. It's just they're answering everything, and they are pretty much holding the whole thing without letting you say a word in or not getting to know anything about you. That's a red flag. That you should be like, why? What are you like? I would think once again. I sent another video. If nobody ever asked me a question on a date, then I'm going to be under the impression that maybe you're not here for me, the person, but you're here for me as a thought bubble. You're checking off a box. You want a boyfriend, you want a girlfriend, you want X, Y, and Z, and you want this, versus getting to know me as the person and know what I'm into, what my interests are. Do we match? Are we compatible? Do we have the same kind of things, our goals and morals? Are we down the same pathway? Do we look at life similar, or do we like differently? Like, there's so much stuff you can ask off each other, bounce off each other, figure out where we're coming from. If you don't ask those questions, then how do you know the person you're talking to even has, the same dating goals as you? You don't. So I did give her a point that is a red flag if somebody's not asking questions and getting to know you more on a first date, which let's say you've been on a dating app, so you already went through the question process. To be honest, I met someone on a dating app and I do the coffee date because we're just talking for a week. We don't really know each other. But let's say we waited 2 weeks to get to know each other, or something happens. I'm only going on a date to see you more, do things in an environment that's not just sit down and talk. We'll probably do more of a, game night, or not a breakout room. I wouldn't do that on a first date. That'd be terrifying with somebody. I just met you. I don't know what's going on. We don't know how to get out of here. But a video game arcade bar, a sporting event, something where we can do and experience things together, a museum, something that can get us talking about certain topics and different things, versus just sit down and have a cup of coffee. Now, 2 or 3 days of talking, might sit down and have a cup of coffee to see what you're into, see where your interests are, get to know somebody. But outside of that, I do something to get you more up and running and moving around. But yeah, that's my thought process on her 2 videos there. If you reacted to these videos, or you have some thoughts on these videos, please put in the comment section below. Curious to see what your thoughts are. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. You want to send me a question for me to answer on the show, please send it to alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. Heck, you can put a question in the comment section below. You also put a question on Facebook message me as well, Alizakka, and I will answer your question on the show. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating, and keep being awesome. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating you want to put in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.